Well, hello. I'm Dr. Diallo, an academic coach and a test prep expert with Study.com. Are you currently preparing to take the Praxis Core Reading Assessment with testing code 5713? This reading assessment covers finding supporting ideas and finding the best supporting evidence. If so, I'm so glad you are here because I'm here to walk you through several sample test questions as well as other test taking strategies. Let's go ahead and begin by looking at problem number 1. Use the following excerpt from The Origin of Species to answer the questions. Please pause your computer at this time, read the passage, and then we'll take a look at the question and answer choices. So the question says, which of the following best captures the author's response to objections about the term selection in natural selection? Is it A, author dismisses objections, stating that plants cannot undergo natural selection due to lack of volition? B, author criticizes chemists for using the term elective affinities in a literal sense and applying it to nature? C, author uses the example of man's selection in agriculture to counter objections and defends the use of the term? Or D, author concedes that natural selection implies conscious choice in animals leading to modifications? Let's be sure to go back and revisit the question so we're clear on what it is that we're answering. We are wanting to find out what it is that best captures the author's response to objections about the term selection when it comes to natural selection. So that's what we want to keep in mind as we're looking at these answer choices. Well, the correct answer choice is answer C, and here's why. The author uses the example of man's selection in agriculture to counter objections and defends the use of the term. This captures the author's response to objection about the term. The author counters objections to the term selection by providing the example of agriculturalists speaking of the potent effects of man's selection. The author argues that objections, such as implying conscious choice in animals, are unfounded. The chosen option accurately reflects the author's response to objections and the defense of the term natural selection using the analogy of man's selection in agriculture. Therefore, answer choice C is the best answer choice because this is actually the author's response to objections about the term selection in natural selection. You're going to use the following passage to answer the question. Remember to pause and read the passage and then unpause to go over the question and answer choices. The question says, which of the following answer choices is an accurate paraphrase of the last paragraph? A, presently people choose the vehicle that is the best fit out of all the varieties for their family. B, cars are very expensive but are worth it because it provides independence and convenience. Or C, people do not like the fact that they have to pay lots of money to have a car for transportation? Or is it D, there are so many types of cars to choose from nowadays that it makes it difficult for consumers? Remember again that what we're looking for here is an accurate paraphrase of the last paragraph. So we want to focus on the last paragraph to assist us in answering this question. Well, an accurate paraphrase of the last paragraph is, presently, people choose the vehicle that is the best fit out of all the varieties for their families, which would be answer choice A. And here's why. You can come to the conclusion using key wording in the last paragraph, such as many different makes and models, and according to the best fit for their family. To paraphrase means to rewrite or retell something to make it more clear and concise. This is the best way to paraphrase the last paragraph because it conveys the same meaning without the extraneous wording. So A is definitely the best answer choice. For B, although cars are very expensive and worth it because of the independence and convenience, that does not paraphrase the last paragraph. Use the following passage again to answer the question. You're going to pause and unpause once you've read the passage to take a look at the question and answer choices. The question says, which of the following best summarizes how Hedy Lamarr's contribution to technology was recognized during her lifetime? Is it A, she was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame? B, she was awarded a Nobel Prize in Physics for her contributions? C, she was appointed as a government advisor on technology? Or D, she was not widely recognized for her contributions during her lifetime? So again, we want to look at what would best summarize. We're thinking about a summary for how Hedy Lamarr's contribution to technology was recognized during her lifetime. And we want to keep that in mind as we're looking through our answer choices. Well, the passage indicates that Lamarr's inventions received little recognition during her lifetime. And while she was ultimately inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame, this did not occur until after her death. Therefore, D, she was not widely recognized for her contributions during her lifetime, is indeed the correct answer choice. While all of the other items actually happened, they were not until after her death, or her being appointed as a government advisor on technology was not necessarily her being recognized. Please take a moment and pause this video. Read the passage to yourself, and when you are ready to go over the question and answer choices, you may unpause. Which of the following best summarizes what distinguished Hatshepsut's reign? A, her military prowess and expansion of Egypt's territory. B, her extravagant spending and lavish lifestyle. C, her unconventional rise to power and successful rule. Or D, her effort to maintain traditional gender roles. When we take a look at the question, we notice that they are looking for a statement that best summarizes what distinguished Hatshepsut's reign. So we want to make sure that our answer choice is somewhat of a summary of her reign. The passage highlights Hatshepsut's unconventional path to the throne and her overall successful reign as pharaoh, making answer choice C the correct answer choice. A, B, and D, while they are all concerns and issues in the story, the question is asking about what made her reign distinguished and different. So C is the best summary, which is her unconventional rise to power and successful rule. Well, my hope for you was that you found that video to be helpful. For even more practice, check out our Praxis Core Reading 5713 playlist. And for even more detailed practice strategies and customizable study materials, head on over to study.com and check out our Praxis Core Reading Test Prep course. Those who use study.com boast a 92% passing rate. Our courses include full-length exams, hundreds of authentic practice problems, and short targeted video lessons specifically developed with Praxis testing updates. Please be sure to leave your questions and your success stories in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to get all of the latest Praxis test updates. Thank you so much for watching and happy studying. Good luck on that test.